How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. And in this episode, I'm gonna show you what I do when I change my spark plugs on my Honda. Um, yesterday I changed the spark plugs. I did an oil change, spark plugs, just little maintenance. I didn't put it on the video just because I've been doing this for so long. I don't want you guys to see the same things over and over again. So let me show you what I'm working with right now, and I'm gonna explain you why I'm making this episode right now. This is a spark plug socket. I have 13/16, 3/4, and 5/8. 5/8, and this new one that I just went and picked up at the AutoZone. This is a 5/8, but this is magnetic spark plug socket. So why I'm making this episode, I'm gonna explain you why. Like a month ago, I was working in a Honda Civic. I was replacing the spark plugs, and on one of my sockets, you see this one right here, I lost the rubber that goes inside. For me, after doing this for so long, sometimes it's difficult. You have to pay attention on what you're doing, because if you don't, it's gonna cost you some time and money probably. So I was changing the spark plugs on the Civic, and the rubber inside the socket, it gets stuck in the spark plug, inside the spark plug too. It took me like 30 minutes just to go in there and try to get that rubber that it was inside the spark plug tube. Why? Because I put the spark plug, I removed the socket, and those four tubes, they were full of oil. So I tell the owner about it, and that day I replaced the spark plugs, and after that, and the week after, I replaced the valve cover gasket and the little grommets inside. When you have an oil gasket, all the oil from the motor, it always goes inside the spark plug tubes. So that was the problem that it has. They were full of oil. So at the time that I removed my socket, the rubber stayed inside. I didn't realize that. So when I put the coil and I timed everything up, the car started, everything was fine, but I didn't realize until later. I realized that the rubber stays inside, and because I put the coil, it just pressed that rubber down so much. The rubber was all the way inside, and I cannot put my socket to remove the spark plug. So I had to make like a little tool with a hook that it was long enough, and try to extract that piece of rubber. If you have these ones, you're not gonna have to worry about messing it up or leave the rubber inside, or your socket gets stuck inside. But let me show you in a minute how to remove them the easy way. In this case, if you have this type of socket with the rubber, this is what I used to do. To replace the spark plugs, this one with a piece of rubber inside, I used to use it just to extract the spark plugs. Okay, so once I remove it, if I put it in with the same one, what I used to do, it was just put it in and don't tighten them up all the way. You see right there? That's what happens all the time. You try to pull it out, but the only thing that came out is the extension. So that's why I don't like this type of sockets, because it gets stuck in it, and when you try to remove it, you can't. So now that you have the magnetic one, you can just put it inside, forget about this one, just put it in, and once it's tightened up, it doesn't get stuck, it came right up. So just to show you what I used to do, this is what I used to do once I had to put the new ones. Okay, I grabbed the one with rubber inside, and I just put it inside, not even pressing, just put the spark plug lightly in there, so you can drop it. Don't drop the spark plug by itself. What I used to do is just drop it like that, thread it a little bit, and pull it out. Once it grabs some thread, I can remove the socket, but this one doesn't let me. That's the problem that I was dealing with all the time, guys. And because this one is brand new, when you put a plug in it, you just don't want to release. See if I can do it like that. Just slightly put it in there. There you go. Now it doesn't want to do it. No, you see what I'm saying, guys? So yeah, this one doesn't let me do it. What I used to do, just to gonna show you here, is put it like so that when I drop it, it crossed some threads and I was able to pull it out. But because this one is new, it doesn't let me. It came out really easy. So that was the problem that I used to have. So that's annoying, guys. Like you see, I wasn't even able to recreate what I used to do. Now that I have this magnetic one, I can just put my spark plug in it, put it inside, tighten them up all the way, and remove it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now because I already replaced my spark plugs. And if you guys haven't seen that episode, I'm gonna put it right there so you can go and check the episode where I show you how to replace spark plugs on this Honda course. That was the main thing on this episode, guys. The important thing is that you need to get the right tools if you want to do the job right, because you don't want to just grab the spark plug and drop it in there. You're gonna mess up the spark plug and your car is gonna miss firing. So like that, if you can see, magnetic spark plug sockets. And you guys know I work at AutoZone, but AutoZone is not paying me for this. I just went to the store and picked up this Duralast spark plug socket, which is really convenient to have if you like to do the tune-ups on your car. You like to change the spark plugs and get everything and do everything yourself. Just get the magnetic one. They work really good. So I recommend this. But like I said, this episode is not sponsored. I pay for this with my own money. And just to do a little update, I already removed the trim on this side. I'm about to start wrapping the doors, and I'm gonna remove my roof rack, start wrapping the roof. And I think hopefully if the weather is this nice, I can finish in this next weekend the whole wrap. So that's the update on the wrap. If you guys been following the channel, you guys know this side, it looks really good. I like it. Remember, if you wanna get the new headlights that I'm gonna start working on, you have to go to my Facebook page. Link is in the description. Like the page and comment about your core. Make a comment so I know everybody that make a comment. I'm gonna know that those are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna choose to win those headlights. So if you have any questions, guys, please comment down below. I'm gonna be happy to help, and tell me what you think. You should get this one, or just keep using the rubber ones, or just drop your spark plugs. You should never do that. Make sure that you get the right stuff if you wanna get the job done the right way. So with that being said, guys, I do recommend to get one of these magnetic spark plug sockets. They work really good, and that's the way I change my spark plugs from now on, because I don't wanna deal with that stuff. So guys, that's all I have for this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Peace. And guys, for the next episode, I have something coming for the RAV4 again. I'm gonna do a little test. You remember that I did a test between the CDOT LEDs and the HIDs 10,000K on the RAV4. Okay, for the next episode, I'm gonna do another test between the CDOT LEDs and these LEDs that I purchased on eBay. This is something really cheap, but I wanna do a comparison between $50 LEDs and $20 LEDs. Like I said before, I'm still looking for the right setup, but always the right setup is gonna be the one that you like. Maybe you like HIDs, maybe you like LEDs, but in this case, I'm gonna do the test between those two, and maybe I like this one more. Maybe I'm gonna stay with those, or maybe I just get a better system on the HIDs for the RAV4. So stay tuned for that one. It's coming really soon.